Hi, I'm Mike, and this is Metro Trails. We are on the Capulong Creek Trail, a little bit to the east of where the Kingtown station stop would have been. This was formerly the Pittstown Branch of the Lehigh Valley Railroad. So, we're walking. The trail follows this along the Capulong Creek, which is also called Cake Pullin Creek. I like Capulong better. And it's a really great 3.7 mile long trail. And there's a couple neat little things along this. So I'm going to point out some of it. So the railroad was completed in 1891 as a branch of the Lehigh Valley Railroad to serve the peach industry and other agricultural industries down in Pittstown. But the peaches all died in the blight of 1891, very similar to Rockaway Valley Railroad, as I said in the previous video. And this one here was prone to a whole lot of flooding, so it's kind of amazing that it lasted as late as 1969. So, one of the weird things you'll see along this trail is, and there's one of them that's washed up on the other side over here. Over here you have the remnants of this weird, like, hexagon type of structure in there. That's the bottom of an old railroad phone booth. So, walk down the trail this way a little bit. I'm going to go into that a little bit more. So, this isn't like a lot of the other rail trails where it's overdone with tons of crushed stone and everything. It's very natural, it's very simple, which I've always liked about it. But now the creek is encroaching on it very badly, and sections of it are closed because it's gotten so bad, and it looks like the entire remainder of the right-of-way is going to be lost in the near future, and there's just no funds in place to maintain it. So, the future of it is in question. I'd hate to see it get wrecked, really, and some of these trails. I mean, interesting fact, to be ADA compliant, government likes to use these numbers that are set up by a federal highway organization when it comes to their pedestrian paths. But the truth is, as per regulation, ADA accessible trails are required only to be 36 inches wide, widening to 5 feet once every 1,000 feet. So a lot of that's really overkill when they have some of these trails that I follow. Oh boy, that's a big gunshot. Some of these trails that I follow are wider than the road I drove to get to them. And that is really, it results in the destruction of a lot of bucolic settings. So that's why I'm really worried about this particular trail getting done up too much. So anyway, erosion was a major issue on this, as it is with any railroad that followed the edge of a tributary like this. The Capulong Creek flows into the south branch of the Raritan, very near to here. So they had an interesting way of dealing with it, though. The old railroad phone booths were used as erosion deterrents here. And you can miss this very easily when you're walking along it. There was one, I'm looking for it over there. There was one laying on the other side of the creek. And the first time I saw it, I assumed that it just got washed down from some spot like further over in Pittstown. But then I realized one time looking over the edge, that's not the case. At some point, I guess they no longer needed their booths, so they started dumping them in here to fill the railroad right of way. So if you look down here, what's that? It's an old railroad phone booth right there. And what's this? Hang on to this tree. There is another one. They filled them with rock and dumped them right down here into the railroad bed as an erosion deterrent. And that's not the end of it either. Come up over here. Look at that, there's another one. So all the way up to the road, even if you go down into the rubble right next to the bridge over here, you will see this entire bank of the railroad is being held back by old railroad phone booths. So there you have it, a little weird, obscure history on the Pittstown branch of the Lehigh Valley Railroad. We're just a little south of Clinton. Buried railroad phone booths. Alright, next time you're on Capelong Creek Trail, have a look for these over all the embankments where they're washing out. Thanks for watching.